Oh my, it is cold out there, like 2 degrees, but that's the charm of the brand new TFL Loveland Gauntlet. And today, we're gonna take the Infiniti Q60 up to mash it up with the car that we took up the other day, the Regal GS all-wheel drive. Now keep in mind, this is a mashup of the car's all-wheel drive system, not the car. And that's coming up next on this very chilly episode of the Fast Lane Car. Under the hood of this fine Infiniti is basically the same engine that you'll find in the Nissan 370Z. This particular engine has 3.7 liters and puts out 330 horsepower and 270 pound-foot of torque. Let's face it, it's way too much power for today. All right, in case you're wondering what the Loveland Pass is like, with snow conditions being this bad, I'm going to turn the traction control off. I'm going to try to accelerate up this hill. And right now, it's not even all that steep. So check it out. Here we go. Traction control off.
Хорошо, Роман.
Here we go.
Поехали на этой спортивной машине. Спортивной.
Sporty machine. 0 degrees out there once again, Andre.
Да.
It is crazy cold. And check this out, dude.
Что?
No windshield wiper fluid. Frozen.
Действительно?
Yeah, it's completely frozen. I don't know what kind of stuff we put in there. Did you put some vodka in there? That would have been good.
Нет, я хочу пить водку, а не в машину эту.
You drink it, you don't put it in the machine. All right, now this car is a little bit sportier than the Buick that we tested, and you can feel it immediately. You drove it in the summer. How's the steering?
Да, ты знаешь, когда я летом его водил, очень быстрое, очень хорошо.
Very sharp, yeah. You're right, it is very sharp. And you know what? This has a sport performance package, and normally a sports performance package would not be something that would necessarily be of a lot of help in conditions like this, which are extreme, of course. And you know what? It is of extreme help. It's really good. It gives you a sense of where the wheels are and what the wheels are doing, and I feel like I have more control. I feel like this car is a little bit sharper and a little bit more...
Ты чувствуешь дорогу.
I feel like if I turned around, if I took it around the turn and I started to lose traction, which of course I will, like I'll have a little bit more control. I can counter steer into these turns. Having said that, these tires are barely usable in these conditions, dude. Winter traction is really not just about the car and the all-wheel drive system, but primarily about tires. And this particular Infiniti has the optional $3,250 premium package, but more importantly, the optional $1,900 sport package, which comes with 19-inch wheels and tires. These are Yokohamas that, and here's the funny part, are all season, and there's a little plus here in the Monroney, which means that they do work in snow because there's a little tiny M&S right here. But really, these are high-performance tires, and I think that little asterisk means don't take this car out when there's any sign of snow on the ground. Any sign. Now, you may be giving us some, well, you know what, for using all-season mud and snow tires in extreme conditions, but at the end of the day, we do real-world testing. Sure, if you live in Colorado, Andre, you'd want a dedicated...
Да, особенно зимой, постоянно ездить в горы.
Yeah, you'd want dedicated snow tires, but this is what the car manufacturers supplied, so this is what we use. Now, Andre, if you're thinking about the Loveland Gauntlet, basically it's the Loveland Pass. It starts at the bottom down here by I-70 and goes up to almost 12,000 feet of elevation. It's about 5 miles long, and under these conditions, it's pretty slippery. But having said that, I think this car is doing remarkably well, given the fact that we have 19-inch wheels and tires.
Да, которые спортивные, то есть резина, они все годные, но спортивная резина, да.
Yes, very sporty. Now, that is a good point. And you know why that is? Because this car, the Infiniti Q60, which used to be the G37, which used to be, or which still is, the Nissan 370Z. So this is built on a Z platform. Basically what they did was they took the Z engine, and they made an Infiniti out of it, which means it's a little bit more luxurious. The interior of the Infiniti is a very nice place to do business. It's very luxurious. Everything feels and looks expensive. The woods and the plastics are not cheap. In fact, it all looks like it's been put together with a lot of care and a lot of effort. Having said that, it is starting to feel just a little bit dated. These buttons are too numerous and too small, and there is a little bit of that British drawing parlor feel when I sit behind this car, especially kind of this waterfall dashboard effect. So overall it still works, but it is getting a little long in the tooth. Look at my head. Look, my head is hitting the roof.
Моя тоже немножко.
Yeah, because of course the fact that it's a low sloping roof, and my butt is a little tight. We're kind of shoulder to shoulder, but you know, having said that, it's not bad. We're both tall. How tall are you?
Где-то 1.80 м.
You're 1.80 m, huh?
Да.
Which is about 6 foot tall, just
Да.
a little bit over.
Больше, да, немножко.
Yeah, a little bit. And I'm 6'2", but you know, we both fit in here relatively comfortably. Having said that, I think this car does need an update. You can change the name of it, and that's all they did. There's no difference between the G37 and the Q60, except for the fact that they stuck a Q and a 60 badge on the car. Otherwise, this is identical to last year's G37. And so I think it's time that this did get an update. It competes with not the Buick, of course, but cars like the A4.
Or the A5.
A5?
Да.
Yeah, exactly.
Coupe.
Yeah, the coupe. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's the two-door. And of course, the BMW 3 Series.
Или 4 даже.
Or the 4 Series.
Новые. Все имена меняются. Меняют все имена.
And you know, Audi and BMW, and of course Mercedes C-Class. They're updating their cars on a pretty regular basis, and this is starting to feel just a little bit long in the tooth. A little too many buttons here, but there is a nice sense of quality, and there is a good sense of workmanship behind the vehicle.
Да, я надеюсь, maybe Sebastian Vettel, может быть, сделает новую машину.
Sebastian Vettel is the new Infiniti director of performance, I believe. Yes.
Может быть, он новую машину нам сделает.
Maybe he'll come out with something that's more Formula One based. What trip up the Loveland Gauntlet would be complete without a pair of skis? This is the TFL new ski test. Will this car swallow a 162 centimeter pair of skis? Well, the back seats do flip down just like that. And let's see if these skis fit in case you want to use this car as a ski car. There you have it. As long as there's only 2 of you, you can use this as a fine ski vehicle. My mouth is freezing. Even though up here the turbocharged Buick is probably just a little bit better option. Whoa, there goes the back. Oh, did you see that back just came out of it?
Да.
Oh, my.
И ты даже не нажимал сильно.
Yeah, once again, if I'm on the throttle too much, I go from being a driver to being a passenger. And you know what? When you're drifting on a closed course, that's a lot of fun when you're going up.
И нету забора.
Yeah, when you're going up this kind of spooky hill, it's not so much fun because this is the only turn actually that has a real guardrail, because the rest of this is coming up to be a sheer drop off. I'm gonna go around this corner. Look at this. Look at that. Lost complete control there.
Давай.
Yeah. And now I'm floored. Now I'm a passenger, and now the car is really losing traction. And no matter how good and sharp the steering is, the fact is that, look at this, I am not getting any traction with these tires. And Andre, that's a little scary, because right to the right of us, we're on the wrong side of the road now, is a drop off that would kill us if we went over there. And there's no guardrail.
Очень высоко здесь, очень высоко.
Yeah, now I'm driving, my foot, Andre, is like it's on an eggshell. I don't want 330 horsepower. I just want enough ponies to get me to the top of this hill. And it's getting colder, and it's getting windier, and it's getting a little spooky. We were having fun before, but now I'm being very ginger in my approach to the Loveland Gauntlet. You know what? It's pretty quiet. It's not raspy, and it's certainly not guttural, but you know what? For a car that is meant to be a luxurious coupe, as the British would say, it's about appropriate. Let's talk about value.
Хорошо.
You know, this car is more expensive. It's about $10,000 more than the Buick, but at the same time, I feel like it's worth it. How about you?
Да, по-моему, материалы, даже вот это часы здесь.
It's very clean.
Да.
Yeah, it feels like you're paying for more, but you're getting more.
Да, здесь кожа хорошая в середине.
It's nice and soft. There is a sense of workmanship and quality here that I think isn't quite there in the Buick.
Да, я согласен.
I could see paying $50,000 for this car. I feel like I'm getting my money's worth. Oh gosh, it's pretty spooky. I feel like I'm just on the verge of control right now. It's getting a little dicey, Andre. But we do have heated seats.
Хорошо. А руль? У тебя руль?
No.
Нет?
No, the Buick had the heated steering wheel, which I dearly miss. I wish I had that. But no, we're not lucky enough to have a heated steering wheel. But we do have a lot of other technology here. We have the technology package, which comes with things like adaptive cruise control, which is a really nice feature to have. Not that I'm going to be using it right now. Of course, we have these beautiful paddle shifters that I could use. We have a 7-speed transmission. A lot of really nice premium stuff that is all pretty irrelevant right now as we're getting to the top of the Loveland Pass, my friend. We
достигли.
made it. I'm glad to be
Спасибо.
here. Oh, it's temperature out there. Let me see here. Come on, what's my temperature?
Я немножко волновался.
0 degrees.
Я не волновался немного больше, но мы достигли вершины.
Yeah, we're at the top. 11,999 feet. We made it, my man. Woohoo!
Так, тихо, тихо, осторожно,
Nice,
осторожно,
easy,
там
yeah,
глубоко.
we don't want to get into any not deep snow. I think right about here.
Хорошо.
Good.
Фу, спасибо. Достигли высоты.
All right. Next time, Subaru BRC. No, I'm just kidding.